Hi, everyone, and welcome to our third episode of cyBARR Chat's HITRUST Edition. Today, we're covering two very important topics with HITRUST Manager Swathi West, so let's jump right in with the first. Swathi, what is the most important discussion to have with your HITRUST Authorized External Assessor organization before starting the HITRUST CSF Readiness or Validated Assessment?
Great question, Michelle. To take a step back, before we start thinking about HITRUST readiness or validated assessments, it is essential to understand that HITRUST will only certify implemented systems. It does not certify facilities, people, services, or products like mobile applications. Just to make it a little bit easier, if you think about a hospital building, right? HITRUST won't certify the building itself, but, for example, it will certify the system that's collecting EPHI or even their customer service or support systems like that. So to be HITRUST CSF certified, the environment should be fully installed and configured. This is why when thinking about certification, it is very crucial to know the scope of the system that you would like to get HITRUST certified. I personally would say that is the most important discussion to have with your external assessor. Just also, keep in mind when you're thinking about scope, it is very crucial also to think about different business units, different facilities and departments, different applications, network infrastructure, and even third parties, because these are all the questions your assessors will ask you, and these are all the questions that are part of the scoping as well. Like I said, scope is the most important discussion to have with your assessor, and the scope can be tailored to different clients. Not one client will have the same scope, right? So it can be tailored to different clients, and we here at BARR, we can facilitate those discussions, and we can help you navigate through all that to kind of get the tailored scope that would fit your needs to get HITRUST CSF certified.
So Swathi, can an organization get SOC plus HITRUST certification? And what are some of the benefits and drawbacks to going that route, and who should go that route?
There are a couple options, Michelle. We could either do a SOC plus HITRUST CSF reporting or SOC plus HITRUST CSF certification. SOC plus HITRUST CSF reporting, BARR will express an opinion on whether the client controls are suitably designed and operating effectively to meet the HITRUST CSF security certification criteria or HITRUST CSF comprehensive security criteria. The main difference is, security criteria would be all the security controls that, are applicable for HITRUST. But when you're talking about HITRUST CSF comprehensive security controls, would just include the controls that are only required for certification. So we could, either or select that depending on the client needs again, and, we'll express an opinion on that. And, in addition to that, we also will be able to test whether the controls, are applicable for trust services criteria by AICPA. So, now just to keep it again a little bit simple, we're testing SOC and also HITRUST controls to make sure they're designed and operating effectively. Benefits of this would be, in most cases, we could facilitate both HITRUST and, SOC audits simultaneously. That way we're able to save a lot of time, right? And also we improve efficiencies for both our clients and also us. And some of the drawbacks with this route would be, increase of scope. When we're talking with clients, it was just only SOC, but you're also adding HITRUST to it. So it's always important to understand that we might have to add additional criteria. So with the SOC, we're only doing availability, but then, now we're adding HITRUST, whether it's the security or comprehensive criteria, then we're adding more, additional criteria. We might have to build in confidentiality or, process integrity and other things like that. So there's definitely an increase of scope that we also have to think about. And another important thing to keep in mind is that any findings that we have from HITRUST would also reflect in the report, because with the SOC audits, we're only getting the findings from the SOC reports, but then we're including HITRUST. So it's very important to understand that we would be having that additional findings, if we do have any, from HITRUST also will reflect in the report, like the results in the SOC, which that also might increase just because we're adding HITRUST, that might increase the number of exceptions that might be there in the report, and either the process improvements or exceptions. So that's another important thing to keep in mind. Another option, like I said, would be SOC plus HITRUST CSF certification. We just talked about reporting, where we'll do an opinion, but now this is certification. So this is similar, just, because we're doing SOC plus HITRUST on top of that. This is similar to the about option, where we're doing, BARR will express an opinion, whether the client controls are suitably designed and operating effectively, whether, to meet the HITRUST CSF certification criteria or HITRUST CSF comprehensive security criteria, just, in addition to AICPA's applicable trust service criteria as well. So like I said, we're doing both SOC and HITRUST testing, but for this option, we include HITRUST CSF certification. For the previous one, we don't have certification. It was just a reporting, but now we're also including certification, which will be provided by HITRUST CSF itself. And then this we could take that report provided by HITRUST, add it in the unaudited section of the SOC report, combining both SOC and HITRUST. Some of the benefits for this would be, again, we could consolidate the evidences because we're already testing for SOC or we're already testing for HITRUST, and we could, use it vice versa. So it's definitely efficient because we could consolidate the evidence that we requested the client. And we, being external assessors, we test our clients' controls. And then, because we're adding an actual third party, HITRUST, they will also review our client controls. And, that would be an excellent quality control throughout the assessment. It's going through 2 QAs at this point. It would also provide greater value to our clients if you think about just having one SOC, but now also we're doing SOC plus HITRUST, and we're actually including HITRUST report in the SOC plus HITRUST. So that would everything would be in one report. So if the client is, if the client's customers are requesting the reports, it would just be in one report, and that would ultimately show our client security posture. So I would say this is a great benefit when you think about SOC plus HITRUST CSF certification. Definitely, potential drawbacks would be this option might get a little expensive because we would want our client should be buying the MyCSF subscription, and also there are other fees that are included with this option. So definitely, potential drawback would be a little bit expensive option rather than reporting. And also there might be some delay because like I said, we're including HITRUST in the process. And with that, they're doing testing and it would take a little bit more time. We have to test it. We submit to HITRUST, and then HITRUST need to complete its QA. So I would say there's a little bit delay that would definitely be in this option. For your other part of your question, Michelle, who should opt for SOC plus HITRUST? I would say it greatly depends on our clients' customers. I mean, our clients' contracts with their customers. This is the first question we usually ask our clients too. What does your contract say? We're going to, a little bit basics with this, but still, it depends on the contracts, right, at the end of the day. So does it say HITRUST certification, or does it say SOC plus HITRUST reporting? So reviewing the contracts is the most important step. And, I would say scope of the assessment again, because our current clients, we're already doing their SOC 2 report. So adding HITRUST to the same scope of SOC, wouldn't be that difficult. So definitely, having that initial conversations, what's your scope? What do you want to do? Like, do you want to add HITRUST on top of the same scope, or, we want to expand the scope? So definitely that discussions around scope is very important. And also, like we discussed earlier, if our clients are thinking about saving money or, their time, or just need a better evaluation of their security posture, all these different aspects would just, have to be considered when we're thinking about SOC plus HITRUST certifications or reports.
Thank you, Swathi. This is all such great information. We are looking forward to learning more about interim assessments and internal and external inheritance in our next HITRUST edition of cyBARR Chats. See everyone next time. Thank you.
Thank you.